Okay, so just a quick video on upgrading what is the Mario Limited Edition Joycon controller holder, whatever these are. And it's basically gutting out one of the official Nintendo Joycon charging controllers. So it's got the electronics on the inside with those two inductive charging points there. So it's gutting that out, and basically as you can see, that even though they've not included it, it has all the same screw holes and plastic nibs for supporting the circuit board. The only thing that differs is on our charging Joy-Con controller thing. It does have the USB-C port and a little charging indicator light, which is like basically a bit of plastic in the hole there, which is missing on our limited edition version. So sadly, I have taken a dremel to it. I've done a great job there, but it will achieve its purpose, you know, and I'll look at maybe patching up with something, even though it's got to sort of be blue on it to tidy that up a bit. But again, it's at the end of the control, you're not going to see it. It's going to do its job of at least charging your Joy-Cons. So it's just basically, all you need to do on the old one is just take that top cover off. So there's just 4 screws on the back, one there, well, yeah, top corners here. Now with mine, I tried to dremel it out because the heads had gotten worn out, but even dremeling didn't work, so in the end I just had to pry it off, snap it off. That's fine. I only need electronics out of this one and a bit of plastic from there. And then with this one unscrewed perfectly fine. There was no issues whatsoever. So you shouldn't have any of these issues that I seem to run into. Just when it comes to, you know, whether you take this one across to there, or if you do try and reuse your blue one, you probably can do a tiny job then maybe with a Dremel. Start off probably smaller, just small drill bits, and just work your way up a bit. Maybe have a guard in place as well, but that's that. So I will, of course, put a finished image at the end of it. So I'm just going to move all this across now. Okay, so the conversion is done now. Controllers are slotted in. As you can see, the electronics are in there now, and that's the impact of my job with the Dremel. So you've got the charging port, you've got the light. This, you know, it's functional, it works. So if I just hopefully manoeuvre all this in, there we go. We can see the charging light's on. That's now charging both the Joy-Cons, so it works. You know, the inductors have worked. Basically, I have had to, in the conversion process, these metal rails had to come out at the same time. You know, just to keep it all together. So you can have the safest way to is when you're taking electronics out, unplug the little ribbon cables that run to the inductors. Remove the circuit board, remove these rails, and then you can just move them across to this blue controller then, and just screw them all in. So there's 3 screws on each of these rails on either side that you just need to unscrew and screw back in when you transfer them across. And then just remember to plug in your ribbon cables if you don't move them in one job like I did, which is dangerous because if you damage your ribbon cable, it's going to cost you a couple of pence to replace those. So yeah, charging, functional, which is good. And for me, you know, I know it's a bit messy. Luckily enough, I actually tend to use these magnetic USB-C charging plugs. So once it's plugged in, it pretty much covers that up then, and you're just going to benefit from the charging light on the side. So I've got a nice new blue controller, the limited edition blue controller that came with the original Mario Switch. It's all in use, it's chargeable now, and of course you can apply this process to, you know, if they ever release any more future, because I think they still make them, but they only ever seem to make them in black, and even then the actual handle's like a translucent black as well. So any other ones that you have in future, which are I would say official Nintendo made, because they all follow, you know, the same sort of design on the inside with the layout. As a, you know, like I say, it's just minus the USB-C cutout. But again, you can do that yourself. Yeah, you could do this conversion probably on any official Nintendo Joy-Con controller bracket, whatever these are called still. Whether it works with any other third party, I wouldn't really, you could chance it, but that's that. All I would say is that you are probably going to end up sacrificing. Well, you're not, because mine was broken already, so you could put it back together again, it'll just be a dumb controller. But mine was sort of already broken anyway, so I've just, the rest of it that's left over now, that will just be scrapped. Alright, well thanks for watching, and hopefully you have some good luck with your conversion as well.